Being dissatisfied with the said order, the respondents preferred criminal revision number 108 of 2010 before the learned sessions judge, contending inter alia that the FIR had been lodged with an ulterior motive to pressurize the respondents to return the earnest money, and the complainant had in fact committed breach of the terms of the agreement, that the allegations made in the FIR could only be ascertained on the basis of evidence and documents by a civil court of competent jurisdiction. Regard being had to the nature of the dispute, that the learned magistrate had taken cognizance without any material in the case diary, and that the exercise of power under section 190 of the CRPC was totally unwarranted in the case at hand. The revisional court scanned the material brought on record, perused the case diary in entirety, took note of the conduct of the investigating officer who had submitted the final report, stating that the allegations did not constitute any criminal offense despite the material brought on record. During the course of investigation by the investigating officer, who was appointed at the instance of the area officer, scrutinized the substance of material collected to the effect that Raghuvinder Singh had no right, title, and interest in the property, and a general power of attorney was executed in favor of his wife to sell, transfer, and convey all rights, title, and interest in the plot in question on behalf of the original allottee, and that the husband and wife had concealed the material factum of execution of power of attorney from the complainant, and opined that both the accused persons had fraudulent and dishonest intention since the beginning of the negotiation with the complainant, and therefore the allegations prima facie constituted a criminal offense, and it could not be said that it was a pure and simple dispute of civil nature. Para. The unsuccess in revision compelled the respondents to approach the High Court in a writ petition, and the writ court came to hold that on the basis of the allegations made in the FIR and the evidence collected during investigation, it could not be said that the instant case is simpliciter a breach of contract, not attracting any criminal liability as far as the husband was concerned, and there was a prima facie case triable for offences under sections 406 and 420 of the IPC. However, while Dealing with the allegations made against the wife, the High Court observed that there being no investment of any property by the complainant to her, and further there being no privity of contract between them, she was under no legal obligation to disclose to the complainant that she held a registered power of attorney from the original allotee to sell and alienate the property in question, and such non disclosure of facts could not be said to have constituted offence either under sections 406 and 420 of the IPC. Being of this view, the High Court partly allowed the writ petition and quashed the order taking cognizance and summoning of the wife. Stop.